Hello and well met. This is Arn Bushido for Dry Socks AAR, and I thought I'd provide it in the commentary on a battle that started out, or even by mid-game, was not going well for the team, and just shows that if you keep plugging away at something, you can come out on top. Anyway, just a reminder that this is a replay, so all markers are turned on for purposes of so you can kind of have situational awareness, and I can kind of point out I may not have seen or what I did see at that time. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin. Okay, so again, I picked, I'm playing my Soviet line. I'm doing the BR of 5.0 to 6.3. And I picked my T-3485 because it's a little bit quicker out of my lineup right now. My plans were to hit Alpha first. Obviously, the team is now spread out across, going Charlie and Alpha. It looks like they're making our biggest pushes at and leaving Bravo to its own. Again, I didn't know quite what to expect. I know this map fairly well. This is one of the older maps for the game. So I played this one quite a bit over my long tenure with War Thunder. So anyway, he's coming up here. I don't like see where the KV-1, the T-3457 are going. Kind of silhouettes you across the top of that knoll. And here in about a minute, there's going to be a Tiger that's already in position. And this T-34 is going to play peekaboo with him. I take a pot shot at him, but realizing that I'm not going to pin him from here, I back away here pretty quickly. He took a shot at me, missed. I fired, it bounces, solid shot off front of a Tiger, just not going to do it. The best I could do from this range is probably try, if I could take the time, to try and hit his lower plate and punch right through his transmission. But it's hard because he's in a pretty dang good position right here, even though I can see his lower. Oh, and I got hit right there. I have to back off, put out my fire, and then also my crew is severely wounded. So at this point, my vehicle's already hampered just for my crew. Looks like I got 2 dead, and so that's only 2 alive. So everything I do from this point is going to be ultra slow. But luckily somebody gets the Tiger, and so it basically we'll begin to move down, and we already capped A. So my next thought here was, once I'm back up, I'm good to go. I'm going to push through, and what a lot of times people like do is come around and hug the one line, go towards the Charlie and Delta, the one line there, about where that kill was on that map, and see if you can catch those guys coming through that area. And I knew there was something there, but he is a little bit behind the rock. Again, my plan of attack here is to follow these 2 T-3457s and see if we can catch some guys coming around through that area. But it looks like they run into a Panther, and I'm trying to get over there to help them out. They're T-3457, so they got a little long, thin 57 millimeter on them. It's actually got decent pen, but up against that Panther if he's in a good spot. So it looks like they try to muscle him. By the time I get up here and kind of wiggle my way through the smoke, and I don't realize that I get hung up on a rock. And obviously you can see him firing and bouncing off of him. But I think eventually one of them gets a good pot shot. But I'm moving through the smoke, hopefully trying to go somewhere. And what has happened here is, because I can't see, is I'm hung on a rock. And once it clears, I realize it. See, there we go. And obviously the two little T-3457s got that Panther. They kind of muscled him out. One guy's got to repair. So my next thing is to try and go and follow this other T-3457 up here, because instantly he gets engaged. So my next thought is to back off and kind of wait to see what comes down. And then I get hit by the ME-410 with the cannon. I want to say that is a 50 millimeter cannon. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I was a little miffed at that one. Anyway, I mean, obviously good pilot skills on the player, but I was a little miffed there. So now I decided to take out my PT-76, and I am running Heat FS on this, which is just incredible at this tier of tanks. There's not anything really. The front glacis of a King Tiger may stop it. The mantlet will stop it, but anything else is just plowing through. So I had two objectives here. One, to see if we could kind of get in there and get B. And then two, maybe do a little scouting. I can identify with the PT-76, identify through my crosshairs and mark targets. Still, I got to be super cautious, even though I'm running Heat FS and I feel I can punch through anything. Anything can go through me. The sides of this thing are only 10 millimeter. The turret's only 15 millimeter. It is thin as hell. I do catch this M3 coming up. Yeah, I'll catch him right out in the open. This is not a challenge. Actually, I should switch to HE. But if you don't know in War Thunder, if you have a shell loaded, you cannot unload it. You have to switch while it's like right now I could switch out while it's reloading, but the moment it becomes reloaded, okay, now I'm stuck with that Heat FS round for the next fire. Either way, it worked out. I tanked him. So I'm being a little cautious here. I don't know about that Panther over there. Anyway, so I start to creep up. I know that I did see that M24 Chaffee, and I know he's down and around, and I know he's one of the guys on the map keeps saying, hey, I got somebody right here. And they're probably playing a little cat and mouse amongst the rocks there. So my goal was hopefully to come around and catch him in the butt and not get myself shot. And one of the things, I get a little exposed here. He gets him, so I didn't get that kill. That guy got him finally. And then I'm going to get hit by, crap. I want to say I eventually get wasted, and this is what I mean. The armor on this vehicle is absolutely just, it's awful. And at this point, I'm kind of screwed. Oh, that's aircraft fire. Yep. I just got taken out by aircraft. So that's right. Yep. Again, one of the downs of that vehicle is now you know your 12 millimeter, your 20 millimeter cannons will eat that thing alive, especially coming down on the top like that. I think the top deck of the PT-76 is 6 millimeters. I mean, you could sneeze on it and that will collapse. So now I'm in my SU-85. Again, we're not doing so well. We're losing the match. I decided, all right, I'm going to go back over to A and try to challenge A and see if we can establish a foothold and get A centralized. We did get B, but obviously we have nothing at C. So right now, yes, we are ticking and ticking fast. I mean, you know what, guys? I'm going to speed this up for you. Boring. We'll get to where we get to the meat. All right, we'll come back around to the meat thing. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to come up on A, and I knew the Cromwell and the T-34 were right there. Wasn't sure what they were doing or what they were working. But I did see the Cromwell start to move. And then I come on to A. Now, I don't know the Tiger's there, but I do spot him quite. He's got his nose peeked out right here. Luckily, I'm in a position where he can't hit me, but unfortunately, I cannot hit him. Yep. I try to get a shot in with the suspension kind of bouncing me a little bit. I was hoping it would drop my gun. Again, Soviet vehicles, zero gun depression. Anyway, so I've got this Tiger. We're kind of playing a little bit of a standoff here. In the meantime, I ping the mini-map saying, hey guys, look, there's a Tiger right here. I was hoping this Cromwell would come back and maybe try to catch him in the butt. Obviously, as you can see, I do creep up a little bit, and the T-34 comes up and joins, or actually the T-34 drops down. And at that point, I'm kind of hoping maybe the Tiger will get a little distracted with him. Unfortunately, it's not a very long distraction. So what I decided to do now that T-34 is there, I'm going to try to take a pot shot at the Tiger and see if I can catch his track. And I missed, bounced right off the front slope there. Then I decided, okay, he's going to move forward now. This T-34's got to be careful, and I'm just going to tell you right now, he's about ready to eat an 88mm round. My goal was to try to come in behind the Tiger, and I kind of got a little confused, I must admit. I got a little confused on which lane he was in. I kept thinking it was this one. No, it wasn't this one. And I go, oop, that's not it. And I don't know if he knows I come down yet at this point. In fact, I'm pretty sure he doesn't, because I do catch him. Unfortunately, again, being in a TD, you know, your whole gun left or right really is based upon you moving the hull. And I couldn't get in just where I wanted to. And here, you know, and obviously, and I was hoping to catch maybe the turret ring, something. I back off. Okay, and then we end up here in a little bit, we end up back into kind of a standoff again. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, he's got the advantage. His armor's better. His gun is better. And so the best I'm doing right now is, I mean, he's not going to risk it because I could get him through the front lower plate or maybe catch his commander's hatch. And if I could immobilize him, I can have a little bit of advantage. Even though he's turreted, it would give me a little bit better advantage. And obviously, you know, there's always this conception that a Tiger's not very mobile. Well, it can be very mobile if it wants to be. Now, he starts backing up, and I'm assuming he's trying to get me, see if he can see me from the other side. What I decide to do then is I'm going to creep forward, I'm going to hug this wall, and I'm hoping he'll expose just enough that I can catch. What I'm hoping to do right here is catch his cheek there and his ammo. Just like that. And that was, actually, that went to plan. I was a little nervous that it may not pen, especially he's kind of at a little bit of an angle. So, but this range, I think I pulled that off pretty well. So now my next bet here is to move up. Again, we have, I'm kind of trying to assess the situation. I'm capturing A. Looks like B is about, we're getting B or it's going to fall, and I'm hoping we're going to get C. And as you can look at us up at the top, we are about to eat it here. We could lose the match really easily. Now I pull out, and I do notice this Panther right away. I'm sorry, not right away. It's just as I creep up the hill. And again, I got to be careful. Panther just outclasses me. But if I can get a side shot, now if I can get a side shot on the Panther, it won't be too bad. But so I get right here. What I'm hoping here is I'm hoping he'll come, but then I got guys behind me shooting him, so it backs him off. Because I was kind of hoping he would come and try to come up over the hill, and I could hit him right up underneath that lower plate. So then I decided, well, I'm going to push up. They're backing him off. Maybe I can come around and kind of flank him. Unfortunately, he does spot me. And so then we play a little cat and mouse here by this rock. And I'm just in it. Now I'm kind of in a bad position. I spin. I try to look through my gun sight. Okay, he bounced one off me. And then obviously the other group over there, they're shooting at him. And it's showing how tough a Panther is. And I just can't get a good angle here on him. He pulls forward. Okay, now I think what he was going to try to do at that point was try and kind of, because he's probably got a little bit more speed. Obviously, if he cuts hard, comes down, he's going to have the momentum of the grade, where I'm trying to work my way up the grade. So then I tried that, and then here he goes. He's going to try it now. Here he goes. And I don't think you realized how fast I can spin this thing. And I'm working this thing. I'm working it, but I can't get just around. I want to catch his butt end. Can't do it. And then we end up doing a little bit of shoving on each other here, and I can't shoot. And then I noticed the Sherman, and I'm like, oh great, I'm dead. I fired, I missed the Sherman. I'm thinking at this point the Panther's gun breech has got to be damaged, and then I just say screw it, boom, knock out the Sherman. And at this point the Panther's still kind of muscling me, but I decided to back off, spin, and I do believe at this point the other guys have knocked out his gun. And I'm going to back off and put one round into him. And there we go. And now he's pretty much stuck there, and we'll just pick him off. I'll be honest, I'm not even killing it. And he took a beating. Anyway, that was just obviously I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead once that Sherman showed up. Anyway, at this point, so I start looking at the map. I go, okay. Again, we've got 2 to 1, but we can't afford to lose one. And I go, all right, I've got to go help B. So I decide to go help B, and I'm going to speed this up a little bit at this point. It takes a minute to get over there. Okay, so I'm moving up. And again, here's where that one moment, in fact, you can see my carcass of my PT-76 sitting over there. And then I see this tank in the middle of the river, and at first I was like, is that an actual live one, or is that a husk or a Hulk, dead Hulk? And it's a dead Hulk. But I decided to put a round in it anyway. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I did decide not to. Okay, so anyway, now I'm moving up. So I get over to here, and obviously we've got to get B back, and we're getting C. So if we get all 3, we might actually win this. And obviously there's a tiger right there. I see him, and I'm trying to get in a good position, and I run up on this rock, and I get hung up on this rock, and I'm kind of frustrated here. Because I know this KV-1, I don't know what he's doing. Obviously, I don't think he knows the tiger's there. I end up pinging the mini-map to kind of alert him that, hey, there's something there. And I'm going to tell you right now, that tiger's going to eat that KV-1 for lunch. So I move on over. I got to go help this guy. And as you can see, that it's ticking down. We're holding on by a sliver of losing this match. And now I'm going to try to catch the tiger in the butt. And the one thing you got, when the vehicle stops and they kind of rock, which is kind of a natural thing. And so I was trying to hit him in the cheek just like that. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. And he's out. So now we start capping. We start capping B, but unfortunately now we're losing C. So we're going to really just balance out and hold right where we're at. And as you can see, we've got just a sliver of time left. And so at this point, I'm like, well, it's been a good round, but I think we're going to lose it. Anyway, I decide, well, these guys are rushing over to C. I think we've got A under control. We got a few guys up forward there. I said, I'm just going to stay on B. I'm not going to go hunting. I'll just stay on B in case anything tries to come back over here. And I'm a little leery because I'm not sure what is left. There's a lot. The other team seems to have a lot of players up in aircraft. And unfortunately, I have no smoke. Sometimes I'll even call Artie near myself just so I can get the explosions around me and kind of mask where I'm at. Obviously, so the two friendlies that were up forward of A, we lost one. So I'm a little nervous. I'm like, okay, so there's definitely something out there. I don't know what it is at this point. Obviously, you can see there's an Ostwind out there. So I'm like, all right, I think something's going to be coming from somewhere, so I just wait. I'll bet that this was killing me just to sit here, but I knew something was coming. Obviously, with the markers on, you can tell the Ostwind comes, but also something else comes with it. So I see the Ostwind, it's got a high turret, but I cannot hit it through my gun scope. So I say screw it, shoot down the tent. Well, I'm sorry, I could hit it if the tent hadn't been there. I didn't know where to quite hit, so I took a pot shot. But then I realized, oh crap, there's a tiger right there. So, and then as you can see, my gun is just not where I can't, I'm in this rock and I'm kind of wedged, so I gotta move. My concern is the tiger, but I decide, you know what, this guy's gotta go, this guy's gotta go. There we go, he goes. Now, my big concern is the tiger, and I think the tiger's gonna creep around this corner. Again, that tiger will eat my lunch. All I can hope for is maybe get a, I'm hoping to get like a cupola ring hit, and I did, but not quite what I wanted, because he was able to punch through me and kill me. I have to admit that was a great run with the with the SU-85. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, at this point, as you can see, though, we have got all three. We're losing B because of the tiger. I get in my IS-2 and I'm going, there's no way I'm going to make this. And B is in the midst of losing B, so now it's neutral. So they don't have anything. We have two, and then as you'll watch, they tick down. And I don't know if some of the guys are. Oh, and by the way, they're taking C. So this is getting close. It's getting close. It's getting close. But we still technically own C, and they don't own B. And there, it's all she wrote. Anyway, that was an amazing round, and talk about just taking it to the very end. Kudos to that whole team for just keep trying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Obviously give a thumbs up, like, comments, the whole drill, and I will see you all later.